Hello, welcome back, and welcome to the second row of the grid where I'm sat alongside Matt Fox. Just wanted to start with a bit of a voiceover intro. We very nearly didn't have the BARC stream for this event. It all came together quite late, and we didn't have any commentary team lined up until I think about 12 hours before the race. So big thanks to the team for getting Brian in to do that sort of lead commentary. He did a great job. It's his first time ever doing it, so yeah, big thanks for that. Enjoy the race, and I'll check in with you for a debrief afterwards.
The key is the start here. You got to get a good start. Max has a great start, and Kyle on the outside.
There's a bit of a break there. Is that someone at the back stopped?
Yeah, there seems to be one car stopped. Great start by everybody. Max has taken position, and he's first into the corner. He's leading as they come into the hairpin. He has a really good break there now. I can't fully see who's behind him, but I think it's Kyle Townend. And Richard Davies has just taken him on the inside. Now this is where it really gets curvy. Is down in the hairpin, and everybody has come out unscathed there, which is great to see.
Oh,
big crash.
Second part. That was a lot of dust, I think.
Yeah, that's a big one into the tyre wall there in turn 3, so I suspect we will see a red flag on that because that car doesn't look like it's moving. Someone's gotten caught up in the frantics and they've left their indicators on, which is easy happen. God knows I've done it enough times.
I can't quite see on here, but I'm just watching a replay on that on another screen, and I think that's definitely going to be a red flag.
Yeah, definitely. That was a big crash, so hopefully they're okay and the car is okay. There's our
Georgie there going through.
We've got our Mobob sponsor of this race. He's sitting in, I don't know what position he's in, but we'll pick him up.
I'm not seeing any flags, so hopefully the car's got back going and back onto the circuit there.
Absolutely. Now everybody's come out of the final corner pretty clean. And as we go down across the line, we've got Max Richardson still leading. He's got a big 1.2 second gap over Richard Davies, followed by Matt Fox, James Townend. So there's been a pretty good mix-up there. And Max has had a really good getaway. I suspect we won't see him maintain that for long if the guys work together and stay in the tow. They can really close that gap in on top of them. There's great action down here at third and 2. You see all the nerves in the race here. They'll start to settle down.
Yeah, it's a bit more of a rhythm for me next. The car.
That car has cleared, so I don't know if they pulled it off the track or it's gotten around the barrier, but that car has cleared. I don't see any car up on the missing. We've got car number 33 sitting, which is Matt Smith. So we've 2 cars not shown, so I don't know, is a transponder missing or are they both out? We've got Longley and Smith out of this at the moment, so we'll wait and see if they rejoin. Everybody's making it very cleanly through turn 5, and I don't see anyone hitting track limits. There's obviously track limits on the exit of Murray's as well, so Murray's and Nelson are the 2 areas to watch out for track limits because they are monitored. And the corner we're seeing now here, Murray's, it's very tempting to get out, and there's a strip there where they can catch you. A lot of them are hitting it now, but it's the key to getting a good bit of momentum to get up that home straight and to get a pass if you can. Now Richardson getting through again. The gap has closed. It's gone from 1.2.
They've halved the gap in that lap. They've halved the gap. It's time to work together to be able to do that.
Big gap then from second to third. It doesn't look that big on the screen, but it's funny when you're watching it on the TSL. It seems much bigger.
Everybody's actually. This is pretty tight racing at the moment. Everybody's pulled back together and they're bunched through. Really, you think top 5 here, all within a decent shout. They've got quite a long time to go yet. Not even done 5 minutes yet.
I see George Hawkins has just set in the fastest lap and he's made his way up a spot. He's made a jump on Follett, so he's making a charge. He wants to get in the action with Kyle, Townend, and Fox and Davies. So again, if they work together, they'll get up there and they'll get into it pretty quick. But I suspect
those two need to not fight this through and let each other go as fast as possible, really. That's the only way they've got of gapping into the top three.
I would be amazed if we see Max hold the lead from the get-go, give the power of the toe here. And he's in clean air as well, so he's obviously not going to be setting the fastest times.
This looks tighter. They've 1-2 straight out the back, and it looks like they've slightly dropped Matt Fox there. But I think as soon as they start squabbling into turn 2, this will come back clean.
We've had a good bit of movement on the back of the panel as well. We've had Spencer who dropped off. He's dropped back 4 positions, and he's had Georgie Tuffin and a few of those James French jump up past him. So it's going to be a lot of battles the whole way through. As soon as these gaps break, though, you'll see these groups forming up now. It's very hard to jump from one group to the next. So
straight to the inside there. Bit of a lock up from Matt Fox there, coming back in change of lead there, bro.
Brilliant. So that's Richard Davies gone through there ahead of Max.
Max looks like he's got a bit of a run here under the bridge.
So we should see Matt Fox. We'll see. This is where the defending comes in. You can see Max Richardson has taken the right line for defence. He's punched the lads out, mostly Matt Fox, to the outside line. So he's got the inside corner. He can control him on his breaking point, and he's done that really well there. So they're going to come into Hawkins here now, and then around to Coram. Coram is that was Nelson. Once they get through Bomb Hole and they come into Coram, that's the real ballsy right-hander where you're really keeping your foot flat out as you're holding what seems an eternity in the right-hander.
Turn 8 here is the everybody's nightmare corner. You can make or win a second in this by just getting it right.
Absolutely.
That looks like a good exit there.
Fox got him set down a bit there. You see, if you lose a tiny bit of momentum there, it's very hard to hold on. And if you apex too early, you've lost all your momentum. So
George Hawkins, though, looks like he's made some of the distance up here to join the top 3. The top 4 are in a sort of space of their own at the moment, and George is having to bring it to them.
George is after having something happen to George. He's after dropping down 5 positions. So George has dropped down 5 positions, and he's dropped from 4th to 9th.
So that's Carl Talent. The cars are so Kyle
is in it. So I missed what happened to George. I guess he had a bit of a moment somewhere.
Whoa! Someone's off. Is that?
I didn't see if that was a collection, but.
Car 56, that was there.
He's parked in a dangerous spot.
Things back going.
No, he's back up. That's good.
Okay, he's back up and running.
So we've got a big gap in the front pack, which is made up of Davies, Richardson, Fox, and Towand, and then there's a big 3-second gap between them and the next bunch of Thullah. So I suspect we will see a lot of the action in these mini packs that have started. There's fantastic.
Still top 4 broken away quite nicely.
They have, and we've got a man on his own, which is Thullah, and that's the problem. You get caught up in these. You're in between packs. The pack behind you is trying to catch you, and you're trying to catch the pack in front of you, and you're holding on to that toe for dear life.
There's still quite a long way to go in this, though. I mean, the page can rate from 12 minutes is a long time, and definitely. We've seen a couple of spills and spins already, so there's definitely anything that can be happening.
Absolutely, and we're about to find ourselves near the halfway point here. They're 5 laps in. We've got 12 minutes left, so again, this is anyone's game. The guys in the mid pack, this is their battle to try and get up into the front pack. And we're seeing big spreads here now from the front to the back. We've got 2 cars out. Longley and Smith, they definitely seem to have retired. So the remaining 29 cars that are out are very spread out. I suspect we'll find the front pack catching up with the back markers within the next 5 or 6 laps.
The top 3 are starting to squabble a little bit. When you are getting into the stage now where the tyres are coming off and you can see them drifting slightly through the...
They are. And the more they squabble, the more they will bring Collett and the backpack of Tomadakis and Oliver B and Emerson into the mix. So this is the dangerous thing of squabbling. You invite more into that party than you had intended.
I think, though, you're going to have to start making progress now, especially if you're in sort of 5th and 6th here. They've really got to get together. I mean,
absolutely.
Man at number 5 there is a bit broken free of everything.
If you look at the guys there leading, which is Richardson and Davies, if they start working together, they will pull away from Fox and Townend because it's very easy to get ahead of each other. But I suspect these guys will be in a four-way battle right to the finish line, and I hope so, because that's what makes this race so exciting, is that last lap and people trying to position themselves to not be the first one crossing the line on the last lap. You know, they want to be in third or fourth position so that they can get the toe on the back straight and 20 straight and set themselves up for the win.
Top four, less than a second between them, also play here, and then another 3 seconds back, 3-4 seconds back, you've got Chaplin fifth.
I saw a lot of dust being kicked up, but the camera just moved off shot, so I don't see. Hopefully, no one's off the track and they're back in.
Oh, God, yeah, in the back of it. I think that was like turn one.
I don't know who that is. Maybe we might get a replay on that, or we might see on the TSL who that is. But there's great battle going on here between Townend and Fox. Richardson is after making another getaway here, so Davies is now going to have to battle with Fox and Townend, and if too much of that goes on, Max may get the break that he wants. They're going too oppressed into quorum here. I've done that before, it's not fun. And the two yellow cars, they look great together going down the home straight.
It's really, I haven't noticed how good it is, the bright colours actually to see them. It definitely made me think about how easy to spot certain cars are in certain combinations. The brighter the colours are definitely where it's at with the Caterhams.
Max is on a pretty lonely charge there, and we've crossed the halfway point. I suspect we'll get a lot of laps in this, won't we? Because on the 300 circuit, you're at about 10 laps. But I guess they're going to get up to 13, 14 laps at this one.
Yeah, I think we've got basically a 1 second break now for the leading position, which is
that's a big gap.
That's a lot in this now. He's that's relatively comfortable.
Absolutely. So it's really going to be down to how Max defends from here on in. I see Richard Davies has made a good comeback there. He's after getting back in, and that shows you how quick you can get back into this race. You know, all is not lost. A second can disappear down that back straight very quickly, which is very disheartening when you're not used to tow racing and you're working really hard to be very technical in the corners, and then it just disappears as soon as you get down on the home straight.
Yeah, it's a good leveler though, isn't it? It ensures tight racing. The cars are all very well bunched, matched, and it means that everybody down the grid gets a good race.
Absolutely. I see Max taking that last corner very aggressively. When you get up on that sausage curve, it's very dangerous because they're so high you can unsettle the back of the car so easily. So it's going to be interesting.
The pack seems to be coming at them slightly there. Let's have a look at the times as they come across. There's still a 3 second gap between the sort of front of the pack and the fifth position, which should be quite hard to break into this.
We've got such a tight gap there coming across the finish line there.
There you go. So the lead just already changed there.
Well, you can see the tyres are starting to give up there now. There's a lot more oversteer as they come into these corners. The cars are really starting to struggle, but they're doing a great job.
My understanding is these are still the same van tyres that we raced on last year. So
yes,
really road tyres. The cars are built to be fully road legal.
Well, I'm guessing there's a great deal done with Toyo where they said we've got X amount of CF2 stock. We'll sponsor if you use up all this stock. So I can see the economics behind it all. They are terrible tyres, but look, it makes for fun
on your
racing.
van. Here you go. Look at that. There's a move to the inside through bomb hole there. That's
great move.
Plate to get through there. I think there's a bit of ambition.
He's sticking his nose in, saying hello, I'm here. And this is the really hard bit because you want to put your nose in to go, look, I'm here, but actually you lose time by doing that.
And also as well, really into turn 8, this while the overtake's on, you're going to get it taken straight back again at the end of the long straight. And they're definitely all bunched up now. Sort of the squabbling's brought 5th and 6th and even 7th into play there by the looks of it.
They're all back in. That's what happens with the squabbling. They all bring back in. And the spread across the top 5 is only really 1.3 seconds, which isn't that much.
I mean, this is going to be a good last 5 minutes. I think this is opened up quite nicely.
And every point is crucial at this stage in the championship because it's so tight. It's really down to every point. There's a great dive by Max. He held it. I don't see any smoke from lockups.
There's a little nudge. Someone's been taking a tap in the rear there.
That's a love tap. And the problem is that creates a bit of a gap. So Matt Fox has gotten a lung tap off Richard Davies. And it was unfortunate because they made such a good move through. Like Max had a great dive, but thankfully there's been no wheel lockup. I think it was just he lifted to give him a bit of space to let him through. But now the position has changed again, so
that's a big bunch coming through there.
Really good bunch. And Kyle Townend is doing his best to stay in. He's just gone off a little bit wide. Can he get back in? Yes, he can. I like his style. That's more of our style, isn't it?
I'm amazed that we haven't seen any sort of off-road shenanigans here.
Now Nick Tomadakis has made a great jump coming up from his original position. We have fastest laps currently sitting with Oliver B. He had a massive lap time of 1:26 on lap 8. 1:26.93, so that was a really, really hot lap. Way faster than qualifying. And a lap record.
Wow. That is going somewhere.
Oh, there's a big train now on the home straight.
Actually, the back of the other end of the straight now, you've just got the final car coming through T4. I don't think they're going to catch him up in the 5 minutes that's going.
No, I don't think so. And I reckon there's probably another 4 laps left. But all is to play for on that back straight.
You can see the top 3 are separated by half a second.
With this is what's great about Caterham racing. Now we see Max Richardson taking the inside line, doesn't get the dive in.
Through.
Matt Fox holds it.
Oof.
And this is very clean racing. You know, there's been very minimal contact. I have to say, you know, our academy year there was far more contact going on. So I'm not sure. I think skill had just evaded us at that stage. But there's very clean racing going on, and it's very tight with the tyres fading. You know, they're holding it all together very well.
This guy's coming into this final corner here. It's easy to take a bit too much or a bit too little out of this and run wide. But again, it's very sensible driving, gents.
And you know what people might know is as they're coming into the last corner at Murray's, as they come around Corn, the car is so unbalanced and it's leaning onto your front left as you're trying to brake and straighten up. The whole car is completely out of position. So to be able to nail it and still get that corner, it takes a lot of effort. And you can notice it on the cars as they're coming around. You'll see the whole right-hand side nearly lifting up.
Okay, looking for a move from Matt Fox. He's closed the door there. Coming into the last 3 minutes.
And he's on the inside line. He's after letting off to give Max Richardson a bit of space there. But he's going to get him on the toe, you know. So this is where we're going to see the experience of racers coming up. And Max.
I think they're going to get the lapped car here on the last lap run. You just see him going through the shot there.
I see him.
It's much tighter.
If they catch him, that's going to be great for whoever's in the lead because they're going to position that car in between them and the rest. Max is after having a great jump down on the inside there, and again, king of the late breaks. He's after nailing it.
Whoa!
Someone's got a car off. That's Nick Tomadakis off. He's after coming back in and hasn't collected anything, so that's great. That was a hard break. Nick has been driving very hard there. It's really good. Now here's a fast right-hander coming into Murray's, and you watch these cars unsettle. There's a big lock-up. That's a really hard place to pass.
What a way to go!
Wow.
I think he's going to be punished for that ambition down there. The start-finish straight.
Absolutely, he's got
some guys taking into the grass there.
He's going to get squeezed out. Oh, look at this! Four cars wide coming into turn 1. Wow. I hope
there's a lot to play for here for these guys. Very tight, top of the leaderboard for the moment for the running order.
That was sun drive. Now Max is after getting away because of that. That's the downside. We've won in a 50, so we're going to get two more laps in this, but it's all to play for. Look at this. This is a great race. Sideways coming through it, managing to hold it, getting back in the home straight.
Oh, bit of nice racing there. That's very tight.
Tollett has made a great comeback up from his starting position up to where he is now, so there's phenomenal racing to bring these guys back into the pack, so really exciting stuff. Max is going to be feeling the pressure because he sees this train behind him just looking to attack.
And he's managed to get a nice little break there in the squabble that they'll be feeling slightly more comfortable with the lap to go here.
Now, if they hold this position, Max Richardson is going to get a bit of breathing space from his championship competitor, which is Matt Fox, because there's currently a car in between them. So that'll separate them by 2 or 3 points if they all hold their positions. So I would safely say we're on to the last lap.
Car 62's got a track limit violation for doing that lap.
Oh, wow. That's Georgie Tuffin, our West Ham supporter. I don't see... there's the last lap board. It's up.
Okay.
It's got to be up.
I see the black and white there for Georgie as well.
Yeah. Well, actually, that board they're holding up was given Georgie's number. So I'm going to assume that they're on their last lap because there's not going to be enough time to run this out. So it's all to play for here. And that back marker is getting very, very close to Max Richardson. So
he's going to do a payday here. And there's someone running wide onto the hairpin. I don't think you're going to get the exit one. It's going to get caught here on a 99.
No, and Richard Davies is after positioning himself nicely in second. So if Max can hold his position here and hold his nerve, which I have no doubt he can, he's gonna take this home. And he's now in the draft of the
lap marker 20. Yeah, number 23.
So the battle is for 4th and 5th now. We've got Kyle Talent in 3rd position. So here's a great last one. We're actually Max looks like he's been held up by the back marker. He's just passed him. So here's Max in the final straight as he goes to take his 4th win of the year. He's just been on a massive roll. He's on the inside line.
He's done very well there to get backwards and forwards and a couple of bit. Here comes the check.
The back marker is after saving the battle for 3rd position. What a great race! Applause to them all.
Well, it's a good race. There's a couple of cars that we didn't see. There, Christian Bond, and one after 60 car 67.
Well, that was Ross. Pamplon. And they're all carrying the last checker. That was a tough race. Big mix-up for some of the pack, but ultimately it was led for the most part by...
There we have it. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed it. Really, really fortunate to snag that last podium place. Matt was super competitive for the whole race, and just managed to sneak in there at the end after having the front row seat to the front 3 battle. Really noticed on this race that the sort of aggression levels, in a good way, kind of stepped up across the board. I don't know if it was a summer break and everybody was kind of itching to get back at it, but there was some real assertive moves, let's call it, throughout this race, and I definitely got caught napping in the first lap and the first few corners and had to sort of recover that back. But yeah, in most parts it finished cleanly, and we're continuing our reputation as being a pretty clean academy group. The kind of main talking point for my race was the move around the outside on the final corner onto the pit straight, sticking a couple of wheels on the grass and just squeezing into the pit wall. Not a move I plan to repeat anytime soon. It was high risk, and watching it back, it does make me wince. But it looked exciting, but not something. Yeah, I will plan a race strategy around in future. Big shout out to Christian as well. Christian, the commentary team weren't informed of this, but he unfortunately retired on lap 2 with an electrical failure, which is really sad to see because the issues I had earlier in the season. It just shows how easily they could have landed as a DNF. It's never nice to see somebody not be able to start a race effectively. So hoping he comes back really strong for Silverstone. But anyway, that's it now. We're done for a little over a month now. Our final race is next, which is incredible. I can't believe it's the last race coming up already, but that's not until the start of October. So I may do one more interim video just to talk about winter plans and what we're going to do next year. But aside from that, I will check in with you all from Silverstone. Be good.